right lane went 142. The turbo 4th gen Camaro. So we're live, ladies and gentlemen, at Bradenton Motorsports Park for the Street Heat presented by Summit Racing. The first half of the night is primarily roll racing. Right lane goes 136 miles per hour. Remember, the roll racing, it's all about the highest mile per hour. It doesn't matter if you get there first. You hand out $100 for the fastest mile per hour in roll racing, and then the quickest quarter mile. Sven! Thank you for tuning in. So we had a Porsche 911 Turbo in the left lane. And the Porsche goes 132. The Charger went 108. Alright. We got a Beamer and a Genesis G70. And the Genesis G70 takes it 117 miles per hour. All right. We have a Challenger. And what is this here? It's an Acura. I think it's an ILX A-Spec. Challenger takes it 111 miles an hour, and it sounded like a Scat Pack. Alright, we got a Golf in the right lane, Golf R, and what looks like a Chevy 2 Nova. Chevy 2 Nova goes 105 miles an hour. All right. Camaro in the right lane, Beamer in the left. Camaro goes 114 miles an hour. Alright, an Audi R8 in the right lane. I don't know what, let's see what comes here in the left. Not sure what this is in the left lane. Looks like an Acura. Woo! 177 for the R8. That's a twin. That's the upgraded twin turbo R8s. That's probably a 316 speed, going 177 miles an hour. That's faster than most GTRs that come out here. All right. S555. No, it's a Shelby. So S555 left lane, Shelby GT350 here in the right lane. And the Shelby GT350 goes 119 miles an hour. Sycra, Scott McDonald, thank you too for tuning in. All right, A90 Supra in the right lane. And a Charger Daytona, so probably like a Scat, 392 Scat. A90 Supra takes the win at 112 miles an hour. All right, we have another Charger, a Scat Pack, and what looks like a police interceptor race. And the Scat Pack takes it with 109 miles an hour. Too Loco, thank you for tuning in. All right. Turbo. And a S550 Mustang. And the Porsche 911 Turbo goes 135 miles an hour. In the house tonight, we have a C8 in the right lane and another Porsche 911 Turbo. $131 miles an hour for the Porsche 911 Turbo. Brian Padilla, thank you for tuning in. Saludos. All right, we got the Chevy 2 Nova coming back in the right lane, and the Acura TLX A-Spec. Or ILX, I mean. Ooh, the Acura takes the win there. 108 miles an hour. Brian Vozar, Brian Vozar. Thank you for tuning in. Why they roll racing? Because that's what happens here on Street Heat. The first half of the night, so the first 2 hours, 2.5 hours, is roll racing. The last 2.5 hours are dig racing. Right lane takes it 116 miles an hour. Barry K, thank you for tuning in. All right, Golf R, right lane. Shelby GT350 in the left lane. Shelby GT350 goes 120 miles an hour. Barn, thank you for tuning in. We have an Audi in the right lane and a Camaro 5th gen. The Audi wagon takes the win at 118 miles an hour. You vote Mustang? Well, there's a lot of them in the house tonight. All right. The Caprice Police Interceptor and a Fusion. Or is it not a Fusion? I think it might be like a Fiesta. Looks like a hatchback. Yeah, I think it's a Fiesta there on the right lane. And the Fiesta takes the win, 97 miles an hour. Alright, we have two S550 Mustangs. So left lane didn't have a badge, so I think it's an EcoBoost Mustang in the left lane. The 5.0 in the right lane goes 111 miles an hour. Yeah, so left lane was an EcoBoost Mustang. Alright. Got a Beamer in the right lane. Can't see any badges. And the S550 Mustang. And the Beamer takes the win at 126 miles an hour. Ed, thank you for tuning in. Lori Stagg, thank you for tuning in. Holden Statesman Caprice with the Chevy badge. All right, Audi right lane, A90 Supra left lane. A90 Supra goes 127 miles an hour. Somebody has a pop tune there. All right, C8 versus Porsche 911. The same matchup as before. Porsche 911 Turbo goes 135 miles an hour. All right, we have a New Edge Cobra. It's got a front mount intercooler, so it's probably blown. And the A90 Supra on the left lane. And the Mustang takes 123 miles an hour. All right. All right, Golf R, left lane. Genesis G70 in the right lane. And the Genesis is not moving. Not sure what happened there. Genesis comes from behind and goes 117 miles an hour, takes the win. All right. SRT4 Neon, the left lane, versus a Beamer. It's an M4 in the right lane. Cars, Cats, and Aliens, thank you for tuning in. And the Beamer takes it at 129 miles an hour, the M4. All right, who's coming up next? We got a Mercedes. Don't know the model. Versus the Shelby GT350. The Shelby GT350 takes the win with 119 miles an hour. To be announced. Sorry I missed you. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, we have another new edge, left lane, and a Beamer in the right. And it looks like it's a 1 series there, or a 1 or 2 series in the right lane. It's a shorter Beamer. 110 miles an hour for the Beamer. Alright, we got a Nissan GTR and a S550-50. 186 for 1,000 horsepower guy and his Nissan GTR. He's officially the fastest tonight. He beat the R8 that went 177 miles earlier. We have a Chevy Cruze. Is that De La Performance? Yeah, it is De La Performance in the right lane. It's a turbo Cruze. Versus a Durango SRT 392. And the Durango takes the win with the 99 miles an hour. All right, we have a C7. No, that's not a C7. This is C6 in the right lane. And the A90 Supra here in the left lane. And the C6 takes the win at 130 miles an hour. Yeah, for a second there I thought it was a C7 because those front headlights are C7 headlights. Alright. S550-50, right lane. Camaro SS, left lane. And right lane, the Mustang, 121 miles an hour. All right, Audi on Audi crime. Left lane, I saw S4 badge as it flew by. And right lane takes the win at 119 miles an hour. If you could, hit that thumbs up. It's free. Alright, we got the Golf R left lane. And a Beamer in the left lane, no, right lane, I mean. So the Beamer went 112 miles an hour. All right, Genesis G70 in the right lane, Challenger here in the left lane. It's an RT Challenger. Genesis G70 takes the win at 117 miles an hour. You don't know how you feel about roll racing? Well, it's quite popular out here in Florida. FL2K, it's one day dedicated to it. Nissan GTR in the left lane, New Edge Cobra on the right lane. the GTR goes 133 miles an hour. And the new Edge is limping 45 miles an hour. Alright. Beamer M4 in the right lane. Neon SRT 4 in the left lane. Gotta wait for the new Edge to clear the top end. Beamer edges up the SRT4 Neon at 129 miles an hour. That was less than a 1 mile per hour difference there. All right, this is the Blaba STI and a Challenger Scat Pack. And Subi Gang takes it 112 miles an hour for the Blabai. Alright, we got a, what is this, Subaru BRZ versus a Beamer, no badge. Wait, the mile per hour still, they didn't trigger the tree here, so this is not their mile per hour. All right, Beamer, can we see no badge? So Beamer versus the Scat Pack Durango. I think we're waiting for the tree to get fixed. Yeah, so we're waiting. It hasn't reset. And my internet is acting up already, just to let everybody know. If it starts buffering, it's the internet. We're still waiting on the tree. All right. So the timing boards have Alright, Beamer goes 112 miles an hour. It takes the win there. Alright, coming up next, got the C6. It's a Grand Sport, I think, based on that. But I think he's got a blower. Went 130 miles an hour before. The A90 Supra coming up in the left lane. A90 Supra takes the win at 128 miles an hour. All right. Mercedes. And the Mercedes goes 131 miles an hour. Audi on Audi crime here. And left lane takes the win at 122 miles an hour. All right. We have another Audi sedan in the right lane. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio in the left lane. And the Stelvio takes the win, 111 miles an hour. All right, Genesis G70 right lane. The Challenger RT here in the left lane. Scat Pack, actually. And the G70 takes the win at 116 miles an hour. S550 representing TGS, the gun shop. Ooh, right lane takes the win at 118 miles an hour. Alright, we have a C5 Corvette in the right lane and a Civic in the left lane. And the C5 takes the win at 111 miles an hour.
Stop it! Are you serious? What are you thinking?
Alright, give me a second. My internet.
I was like,
I don't know what's going on. It keeps, I see a lot of dropped frames on my yellow box. Alright, Beamer right lane, Acura ILX here in the left lane. It's a TLX, actually. I just saw the badge as it flew by. But the Beamer's going to take the win at 119 miles an hour. All right. Mopar on Mopar crime. The Scat Pack Charger. And the Challenger RT takes the win at 109 miles an hour. Alright, we got the M4 in the right lane, the BRZ in the left lane. And the Beamer goes 113 miles an hour and takes the win. All right. The Durango Scat Pack. So left lane was a Scat Pack 1320. And the Scat Pack 1320 Challenger takes the win at 108 miles an hour. All right. Got a Charger. Don't see no badges. It's a wide body. It could be a Scat. And then we have the Holden Commodore. The Pontiac G8. Hellcat in the left lane. And the Hellcat goes 121 miles an hour. Alright. Camaro SS right lane, Neon SRT 4 in the left lane. And the Neon takes the win at 119 miles an hour. Alright, Genesis G70 the right lane, E90 Supra on the left lane. And the E90 Supra takes the win with that 116 miles an hour. All right. We have another C6 in the house versus a Beamer. No, I don't see any badges. And the Beamer takes the win at 110 miles an hour. All right, we got a Camaro in the right lane. Sounds like it's turbo. And the E90 Supra in the left lane. And the Turbo Camaro goes 131 miles an hour. Beats out the E90 Supra. All right. We have the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, left lane. What do we got here? An Audi. Don't see any badges. I think it's an A6 in the right lane. And the Audi takes the win at 114 miles an hour. All right, C8 in the right lane versus the Honda Civic in the left lane. All right, C8 takes the win at 120 miles an hour. We have a Mercedes in the left lane, Beamer in the right. And the Mercedes takes the win at 119 miles an hour. S550 Mustang. It's a 5.0. And what do we got here? Which I can't tell. It's missing front bumper. It's a Honda Accord in the left lane. And right lane takes the win at 119 miles an hour. All right, we got the Audi R8. It went 177 miles earlier, and a ZL1 Camaro in the left lane. Actually, no, that's not a ZL1. It's a turbo Camaro in the left lane. It's a turbo Camaro SS. 180 miles an hour for the R8. They are the second fastest tonight. 1,000 horsepower guy and his Nissan GTR took the first place at 186 miles an hour. Got a Golf R, and that's his Instagram tag too, at 1000 HP guy. He also has a Huracan STO twin turbo, a lime green one. And Golf R is lining up against a Beamer in the left lane. And right lane takes the win at 119 miles an hour for the Golf R. All right, we have a C6 in the right lane, Genesis G70 in the left lane. Genesis G70 takes the win with 117 miles an hour. Our A90 Supra right now. Shelby GT350 here in the left lane. And the Shelby GT350 takes the win with 119 miles an hour. All right, we got a Audi, I think an A6 right lane, and a Beamer in the left lane. left lane, the Beamer 118 at 0.93 miles an hour. Right lane also went 118 miles an hour. All right, Stelvio Quadrifoglio on the right lane, Charger here in the left lane. It's a Hellcat Charger too. All right, Hellcat Charger goes 133 miles an hour. All right, we got the Turbo Camaro SS in the right lane and a Fiesta in the left lane. $130 miles an hour for the Turbo Camaro. Mopar and Mopar crime. We have a Daytona 392. I think this is also a Scat RT. Ooh, and the Challenger takes the win. They both went 110 by 0.83 for the Challenger. All right, got a Camaro S, a Hellcat Charger. And the Charger Hellcat goes 121 miles an hour. All right, C5 in the right lane. Challenger Scat Pack, left lane. And the C5 takes the win at 112 miles an hour. All right, C8 in the right lane, Golf R in the left. All right, C8 at 119 miles an hour. We have an Audi S3 or RS, is it RS3 or S3? S3 versus a Honda Civic EJ9. And the Audi goes 127 miles an hour. So I'm assuming that's a RS3 and not an S3. All right, we have a turbo 4th gen Camaro in the left lane, Golf R in the right lane. Turbo 4th gen Camaro goes 141 miles an hour. Alright, Shelby GT350 in the right lane, a Mercedes in the left lane. the Shelby GT350 takes the win at 119.67 miles an hour. So 0.16 mile per hour difference there. All right, got the Audi in the right lane, the Honda Accord in the left lane. And the Audi takes the win at 117 miles an hour. Oh, Frank Mecki, thank you for tuning in. We have another R8 in the house versus the Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Ooh, the R8 was smoking a bit there. The R8 goes 179 miles an hour. The third fastest pass today, but that's a lot of smoke coming out of the tailpipe there though. All right. Beamer, right lane. Taurus. This is Dad Wagon SHO here in the left lane. The Beamer edges out Dad Wagon. So Beamer went 120 miles an hour. All right. We got De La Performance in the Chevy Cruze Turbo versus a WRX Blabai. And the WRX takes the win there, 101 miles an hour. Actually, Frank Mecki, there's another R8 that ran earlier that went 180 miles an hour, and there wasn't that much smoke coming out its tailpipe. So G70 in the right lane, the Caprice in the left lane. Right lane is limping. And the Caprice Police Interceptor goes 92 miles an hour. All right. A90 Supra in the left lane. The C6 in the right lane. The C6 takes the win at 132 miles an hour. All right, we have two Golf R's going at it here. I got the Golf R. And right lane goes 114 miles an hour. All right, Audi in the right lane. Charger Scat Pack, left lane. And the Audi takes the win at 119 miles an hour. All right. Mercedes in the right lane versus the Acura TLX here in the left lane. And the Mercedes takes the win with 119 miles an hour. All right, Beamer on Beamer crime here. Looks like this might be a 2 or 1 series Beamer. 3 series. And right lane takes the win. Oh, and we got a foot race. We got JP versus Mark. Mark takes the win. Alright, so we got a bike here. The Lonesome Bike. And it is a ZX10R. 137 miles an hour for the ZX10R. Alright, back to cars. We got the Caprice Police Interceptor versus the Blabai WRX. WRX Blabai takes the win at 100 miles an hour. Alright, so we have the STI Blabai in the right lane and a Camaro SS in the left lane. And the Camaro SS takes the win at 115 miles an hour. You personally like thick American V8 engines with 2 turbos? Alright, C6 in the right lane, Mini in the left lane. And the C6 goes 132 miles an hour. Alright, Audi in the left lane, Mercedes in the right lane. And the Mercedes takes the win at 118 miles an hour. All right. We have the 2 Series Beamer in the right lane versus the BMW Supra. And the BMW Supra takes the win at 112 miles an hour. Alright, we're just waiting for the next pair. Alright, S555, oh, right lane. Caprice, Police Interceptor here in the left lane. S555, oh, goes 121 miles an hour. So the staging lanes are getting empty here. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so we got STI Blabai versus the Turbo Camaro SS, the 5th gen. And the Turbo Camaro goes 127 miles an hour. Yeah, need the sun to go down? Yes, sir. All right, Mini Cooper in the right lane, Audi in the left. And the Audi takes the win with 118 miles an hour. Alright, so we got an EcoBoost S550 Mustang here. And a Camaro SS 5th gen in the right lane. Camaro takes the win at 116 miles an hour. All right, Mercedes in the right lane, Subaru BRZ in the left lane. And the Mercedes goes 144 miles an hour. All right. Holden Commodore, the G8, right lane. Beamer in the left lane. And the Beamer takes the win at 113 miles an hour. Alright, A90 Supra in the left lane. S550 50, right lane. And the A90 Supra goes 125 miles an hour. Andrew Canary, thank you for tuning in. All right, we have a blown New Edge Cobra in the left lane and a Beamer M4 in the right lane. In the left lane, the Cobra, 121 miles an hour. Alright, we have the Turbo 5th Gen Camaro, right lane, S197 Mustang in the left. I think the left lane might have a blower. If I remember. So left lane is a Roush. And the Turbo Camaro goes 134 miles an hour. Alright, C5 in the left lane, SRT4 Neon in the right lane. And the Neon takes the win at 130 miles an hour. And the Lonesome Bike, the ZX-10R. $142 miles an hour for the ZX-10R. Alright. 5th Gen Camaro SS versus a Sket Pack Challenger. Left lane, 117 miles an hour for the Camaro. Alright, Nissan GTR in the left lane, Shelby GT350 in the right lane. The Shelby GT350 takes it there at 108 miles an hour. GTR, not sure what happened there. He should be at 130 miles an hour. Alright. Got the EcoBoost S550 Mustang in the right lane. Charger, I think Hellcat in the left lane. Hellcat Charger. Charger goes 116 miles an hour. The Hellcat. All right. Got a Beamer in the right lane. Missing front bumper, hood. What is this? G37 turbo. And the G37 turbo goes 120 miles an hour. Alright. Left lane is the A90 Supra. Right lane is the Holden Commodore, the Pontiac G8. A90 Supra takes the win at 125 miles an hour. Alright, left lane is the Stelvio Quadrifoglio versus a Infiniti Q50. The Q50 takes the win at 121 miles an hour. Subaru BRZ in the left lane. Challenger RT in the right lane. And the BRZ takes the win at 104 miles an hour. Alright, the fastest car on the property in the right lane. 1,000 horsepower guy GTR versus the R8. 1,000 horsepower guy goes 190 miles an hour in his GTR. And yes, that's his Instagram tag. Go check out 1000 HP guy on Instagram. He also has a Huracan STO twin turbo with CCO Performance, their twin turbo package. C5 left lane, M4 in the right lane. And the M4 goes 114 miles an hour. Alright, 5th gen Camaro SS, left lane. Challenger Scat Pack in the right. And left lane, the Camaro goes 116 miles an hour. Right, Shelby GT350 right lane. Hellcat Charger in the left lane. And the Hellcat takes the win at 132 miles an hour. Alright, Stelvio Quadrifoglio in the right lane. EcoBoost S550 Mustang in the left lane. And the Stelvio Quadrifoglio takes the win at 106 miles an hour. Alright, so it's almost 6 p.m. Usually around 6:30, 7 p.m. is when we go into dig racing. I see an orange GTR and nobody else. So I think they're waiting for somebody else to come. So when they when they start cleaning up, I'm gonna take a quick break, everybody. I'm gonna go grab a water from the vendor or the concession stand. I forgot to bring water with me today. Alright, GTR, Nissan GTR in the left lane. Looks like a 3 Series Beamer in the right lane. GTR takes the win at 133 miles an hour. Alright. Got a Beamer in the right lane. It's an M3 in the right lane. And the Q50 in the left lane. And the Q50 takes the win at 120 miles an hour. Benjamin Brown, thank you for tuning in. How you been? Alright, C5 in the left lane. Scat Pack Challenger in the right lane. Ooh, the Scat Pack takes the win at 112 miles an hour. Alright. Charger Hellcat right lane. Turbo Camaro SS in the left lane. The Turbo Camaro goes 127 miles an hour and takes the win there. Remember, roll racing is all about the mile per hour. If you notice, there's no wind light. Alright, we're just waiting for more cars to come back into the lanes. I hear a cammed out car. What is it? Camaro. It's a cammed out Camaro. 5th gen. And the Stelvio Quadrifoglio in the right lane. Camaro takes the win with 117 miles an hour. All right. The C6 has got a blower. It went like 130 earlier. C6 takes the win at 129 miles an hour. All right. Q50 in the right lane. 3 Series Beamer in the left lane. Yeah, my internet's acting up today. Not much I can do today. I think there's a lot of people here too on social media. Right lane takes the win at 121 miles an hour. All right. The staging lanes are empty. That's surprising. Because usually roll racing, there's a lot of people that hot lap their cars. But it is a bit hot right now, so I think that's probably why. Yeah, I think everybody is letting their cars cool down. It's 81 degrees, but feels like 85. That's what the weather says. All right. Got the cammed out Camaro SS versus the Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Joshua Martinez, thank you for tuning in. No racing. The second half of the night is dig racing. And the Camaro takes the win at 117 miles an hour. All right, C5 in the left lane, EcoBoost S550 Mustang in the right lane. And the C5 takes the win with 113 miles an hour. All right. We got the Turbo G37 in the left lane. Subaru BRZ in the right lane. And the Turbo G37 takes the win at 123 miles an hour. So I see the turbo 4th gen Camaro in the staging lane. I think we're waiting for an opponent to get into the lane. Nope, they're just gonna let the turbo 4th gen Camaro go solo here. The Catfish Camaro. And the turbo 4th gen Camaro goes 121 miles an hour. He ran faster earlier. Alright, I see Nico Krachenko in the S5 here in the left lane. And then the Stelvio Quadrifoglio in the right lane. And the Stelvio Quadrifoglio takes the win there at 117 miles an hour. Fifth gen Camaro SS going solo here. And the Camaro goes 118 miles an hour. You like turbos? Frank Mecke? Rod's Custom, thank you for tuning in. How's your 240 coming along? The reunion is in 2 weeks. And there's nobody in the staging lanes right now. So I see, who is that? I think there's a Golf. All right, so we're gonna see the Fiesta in the left lane versus the Golf R in the right lane. And the Fiesta takes the win with the 98 mile an hour pass there. Would have thought the Golf R would have taken the win, but alright. Looks like the Stelvio Quadrifoglio here is going to go solo. Or are they waiting for somebody? The turbo 4th gen Camaro's in the staging lane, but he's not coming out. Wonder if they're gonna just let the Stelvio go solo. Alright, solo pass. Alright, 110 miles an hour for the Stelvio Quadrifoglio. Tap out! Goat A8, Santiago's Auto and Truck Service, KPKP. Thank you all for tuning in. And right now, I don't see anybody in the staging lanes. Usually like I was saying earlier, the roll racing is pretty popular. A lot of people, they usually don't stop roll racing at all. Today's the first one I've seen in a while. Actually, this is probably the first one where roll racing is stopped this long. But there's a couple of cars and the bike that are coming up. All right, so I see the red Hellcat Charger. And who else? The Golf R coming back. So Golf R here in the left lane. Hellcat Charger in the right lane. And the Hellcat takes the win at 128 miles an hour. Are they drag racing or not? Not yet. I think another 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes or possibly 50 minutes, right? Depends on how long it goes, but usually, as I stated earlier, first half of the night is always roll racing. Second half of the night will be drag racing or dig racing. All right. 5th gen Camaro SS versus a New Edge in the left lane. Camaro takes the win at 116 miles an hour. All right, we got the Fiesta ST in the left lane, the Blabai STI in the right lane. The STI goes 111 miles an hour. And the staging lanes are empty again. So we just gotta wait. Alright, Hellcat Charger in the left lane. The blown C6 in the right lane. And the C6 goes 131 miles an hour and takes the win over the Hellcat Charger. Alright, we have a Mercedes in the right lane, 2 Series Beamer in the left lane. And the Mercedes goes 139 miles an hour. It went 144 earlier. Alright, got the C5 in the left lane. 3 Series Beamer in the right lane. And the Beamer takes the win at 121 miles an hour. So the Mini Cooper on the right, the Scat Pack Challenger on the left. And the Scat Pack Challenger takes the win at 114 miles an hour. Alright. 5th Gen Camaro on the right, Gokrachenko, and the S5 here in the left lane. Ooh, and the Camaro takes the win at 115.92 mile an hour. And Nico Krachenko has a blown Camaro SS, a 6th Gen one. G37 had no chance. The R8 goes 176 miles an hour. Alright. A90 Supra here in the left lane. The STI Blabby in the right lane. A90 Supra takes the win at 125 miles an hour. We have a ZX-10R going solo here. $140 miles an hour for the ZX-10R.
Thursday.
Right. Hellcat Charger versus an M3. And the Hellcat takes the win at 122 miles an hour. All right. Mercedes in the right lane. And the Mercedes goes 145 miles an hour. Alright, we have Beamer on Beamer crime here. And left lane takes the win at 122 miles an hour. Alright. C5 in the left lane. Scat Pack Challenger in the right lane. And the Scat Pack takes the win, 113.65 miles an hour. 0.33 mile per hour difference there. Alright. 5th gen Camaro versus a Mini Cooper in the right lane. And the Camaro is limping. Mini Cooper goes 105. There's no time or no mile per hour for the Camaro. All right. A90 Supra right lane. Mercedes here in the left lane. A90 Supra goes 124 miles an hour. All right, Infinity on Infinity crime here. Turbo G37 left lane, Q50 in the right lane. And the Q50 takes the win at 122 miles an hour. Alright, SRT4 Neon in the left lane. Camaro in the right lane. That's the Turbo Camaro in the right lane. Turbo Camaro goes 143 miles an hour. We got the fastest car in the property over here. 1,000 horsepower guy, in his GTR. It is a 7-second GTR in the quarter mile. We're waiting for someone to pair up with this. Oh, the Beamer's down. All right, so we're gonna see the two fastest cars on the property. R8. Does he have a? I don't see a 316 speed sticker on it, but they're most likely with them. And the 1,000 horsepower guy, Nissan GTR. Today it went 190 miles an hour. This Audi in the R8 in the right lane went 180. And the GTR goes 189 miles an hour. The R8 went 184. Not bad. 5 mile per hour difference between those two. Those are both the fastest tonight. All right, we got a Fiesta left lane. M3 in the right lane. And right lane takes the win, the M3 at 112 miles an hour. All right, got Beamer in the left lane, Mercedes in the right. And the Mercedes takes the win at 120 miles an hour. All right, got Beamer on Beamer crime here. Got the M4 in the right lane. And what looks like a 3 Series Beamer in the left lane. M4 takes the win at 128 miles an hour. Alright, 5th gen Camaro SS versus a 3 Series Beamer. And the 3 Series Beamer takes it at 121 miles an hour. We should be wrapping up roll racing here shortly. Alright, Genesis G70 right lane, Honda Accord in the left lane. Genesis G70 takes the win at 116 miles an hour. Alright, that wraps up roll racing, folks. So I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm just gonna go to my car. The concession stand lines are a little bit long. So I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be back, so behave, everybody. Alright, I'm gonna bring my phone, so behave.